Justin, buddy, have I got some good news for you.
Hey man, I don't really have time to talk. I'm going out of town, remember?
Yeah, sure. But have you heard of Curse of the Usurper?
Did you hear what I said?
You're gonna want to hear this. Curse of the Usurper is the largest 5e adventure campaign ever written, with over 1,000 plus pages, 50 plus maps, 50 plus minis, 50 plus items, and 100 unique monsters and NPCs. Not to mention over 400 printable dwarven dungeon files.
That sounds really cool, man. But I'll have to check it out when I get back.
But there's even more stuff. A custom GM screen, collectible dice. They've even got music and dialogue tracks that you can access through scannable QR codes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go now. I assume this is on Kickstarter?
It sure is, pal. Man, 3 books for the price of 1? It's a pretty good deal. Don't forget it's called Curse of the Usurper.
Don't call me back.
I'm calling him back. Explore the wondrous world of Curse of the Usurper. To back this project, click the link in the description or go to Kickstarter today. Tell him Man Short sent you.
Man Shorts.
Hope you brought your hammers. Today, the 3 of you have been tasked with completing the drywall and framing on a new house.
Anything's better than toilets.
Did you guys know that Harrison Ford did carpenter work before he was Han Solo?
Yeah, Nick Offerman does woodworking too. Let's do it.
Go ahead and give me percentile rolls to see what you'll be doing.
Ooh, 20.
7.
14.
Lance, you'll be on the saw today. It's your job to make sure that Sarah and Waylon have everything they need wood-wise.
Can do. Luckily, I maxed out my measuring skill.
Waylon, you'll be constructing the last 2 walls of the frame.
Studs for a stud.
And Sarah, you'll need to start drywalling the finished walls in the main hallway.
Roto saw.
Lance, we'll start with you. First, you'll need to cut some wood pieces for blocking.
No problemo. What length?
14 3/8, but you'll need to find your pencil first.
Oh, I have... Right. I just had it.
Give me a search check with disadvantage.
11 and 3.
You have no idea where your pencil is.
Wait, what if I just hold the tape in place and move it at the last second?
That's a pretty stupid way to lose a finger.
I got the points for it. 23.
Wow, you somehow managed to cut the wood to the exact length without doing any damage to the tape. Or yourself.
Well, I guess I'm a cut above the rest, huh?
Yeah, you're probably going to want to find your pencil. Waylon, you've got some 2x4s if you'd like to go ahead and set up your plating.
Yeah, I'm looking at the plans you sent over. Are we sure this is the most efficient way to make this wall?
If by most efficient you mean literally the only way it will work, yes.
Great. I'll start making the marks every 16 inches.
Give me a measure check.
12.
You successfully mark your top and bottom plates.
This is actually pretty easy. I guess I'll start nailing the studs into the bottom plate.
Give me a dex check to use your nail gun.
2.
While nailing in your studs, one of the nails kicks up and hits you in the thumb. Take 7 piercing damage.
Maybe it's not so easy.
Sarah, it's time to hang some drywall. Give me an athletics check to set it up on the panel lifter.
16.
You managed to get the panel in place. Give me a dex check to put in the screws.
10.
You're pretty sure you used the right screws.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, you didn't use a stud finder, so you could have... You know what? You don't really need to worry about it.
Well, now I'm worried about it.
Sometimes if you're not paying attention to the size and locations of your screws, you might accidentally, say, put one through an existing electrical wire, for example.
Okay. So how do I know if I did?
Well, you don't. You weren't using a stud finder. Are you paying attention?
Why is wood this complicated?
Lance, you finished cutting the blocking pieces for Waylon. Now you'll just need to join or double up some of them.
Oh, no problem. I just need to find my hammer, which was in my hand 2 seconds ago.
Give me another search check.
11.
No sign of it.
What's the point of having all these expensive tools if I can't find them?
A question that's haunted the trades for years.
I got it. I can use wood glue.
Sure, yeah, you can do that. Give me a glue check.
That's a 1.
Hold on, what about your bonuses?
I don't get any. I'm using it untrained. I dumped all my skill points into measuring.
Lance's hands are now glued together.
Well, I'm probably done for the day.
Waylon, you've just finished your wall. Give me a strength check to lift it upright.
19.
You lift it up with ease. But as you take a few steps back and examine it further, you notice that it looks a little wavy.
What do you mean wavy? It's wood.
Yeah, see, the thing about boards, they're not always perfectly straight. In fact, they all tend to have a bit of a curve or bow to them.
Uh-oh. Can I fix it?
You could build a new wall, unless you want to leave this wonky one for Sarah and make her job harder.
I'll just build a new wall.
Good idea. As you move the unusable frame out of the way, give me a dex save.
8.
Take 3 splinter damage. Sarah, how's drywall?
So it turns out the screw I used was slightly too long. Is there any way to tell if I damaged the wire?
Oh, you'll be notified. Likely by an angry electrician.
Well, at least I used the right ones for the rest of it. What now?
The moment you've been waiting for. You'll need to use your rotary tool to cut out some blocks on the...
Yeah. I got it. 23.
Wow, that's quite the saw work. Unfortunately, you didn't give me an opportunity to confirm with you whether or not it has a dust catcher, so I'm just going to assume that it doesn't.
What?
You're blinded for the next 3 rounds.
Perfect. Just what my lungs needed. Silica.
Lance, how goes it?
What is this Gorilla Glue? What the heck is this stuff?
Give me a strength check to pry your hands apart.
6.
In a swift jerking motion, you manage to rip your hands apart, but as you do, your momentum sends you stumbling backwards and falling on top of your tool belt.
Hey! There's my hammer.
Hey, now you definitely won't lose it. Waylon?
Alright, I did it again. I did the siding this time.
Nice. Give me a strength check to raise it.
15.
You get it upright, but unfortunately there's no room for studs on the ends. You should have made it California corners.
Anybody want to leave?
Whoa, you can't leave yet. There's still a whole bunch of work to do.
I can get behind that plan. Let's just bail.
Fine by me. You knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Most of it, yeah. Although the hammer was a fun little surprise.
Carpentry turned out to be way more than we bargained for. Could we do something, cooler?
Cooler, you say? I got something in mind. Splinter damage. What is this? The Ninja Turtles?
Nick Offerman doesn't do woodworking. Nick Offerman is a master woodworker.
Chaz.
When Waylon says the Nick Offerman line, should it just be like the whole internet being like, we know?
Although you didn't get the first part of that, so he's just gonna hear me go, Chaz.
That is one of my favorite cameos. It's in The Good Place. There's an episode with Nick Offerman in it.
No problemo.
Lance, you... Just start throwing dice at him?
No problem. Well, that didn't work.
Is it possible for a man to use a stud finder without first going like this? Oh, I found one.
You successfully mark your bop. Bop it. Twist it.
What if I hold the tape in place and...
Put one through an existing electrical wire, for example? Just as an example.
Yeah, I'm looking at the plans you sent over. Are we sure this is the most effective? Is it?
Scramble the jets.
Is it landing outside in the yard?
Should I do it? Hey, there's my hammer.
Is that your laugh?
Yeah.
You lift it up with ease, but as you take...
No problemo.
Is that not good?
Maybe do one like, ah!
And we're good. Emergency landing on your street.
When you build the frame, you want the bows to all go the same direction. And if you don't, it's a mess. It's like...
Are we sure this is the most effective way to make a wall? To make the efficient way to make this wall? Not just any wall. This wall.
You know, it'd be fun to do is like Carpenter edition, but then it's just the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or like vampires. By the way, where's your truck?
How do you nod at yourself?
No problemo. What length?
Mostly I'm fortunate that I've been able to ignore the coordinates. I got a history of being insubordinate, but what a pain's gonna be when the fortune hits. Like dang, he said he would do it and he really did it. He really committed. The kid wasn't kidding. We should have listened instead of calling him a degenerate. Been independent, I'm into administering a percentage of them in a dome. I'm winning attention again and again, and I got him grinning when I enter the room, bringing the boom. One of a kind, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to remind you that finding the fire inside you is what's gonna keep you alive.
Baby like, yo, ain't you like 35 years old? How you been living with the flow so cold? I tell them that I keep warm with my alchemist fire. I stay warm with my alchemist fire. Baby like, yo, ain't you like 35 years old? How you been living with the flow so cold? I tell them that I keep warm with my alchemist fire. I stay warm with my alchemist fire.